Hey guys, welcome back to Winning Easy. Dan and Wade here, bringing you the preview of the C.F Orr Stakes from Caulfield on Saturday. We're up to race 3, which is the fillies edition of the Blue Diamond Prelude over 1100 metres. This is my other best bet of the day here, guys. Number 3, Calliope, $2.90 at the moment. Stephen Arnold, who's a natural heavyweight jockey. He's busted his butt to get down to 55.5 kilos here. Whenever Stevie rides anything under 56, you know that he really has opinion of the horse. It's drawn gate 5, beautiful draw here. This horse on debut was a freakish win. It won the same day that the Magic Millions winner in Capitalist won, mind blank. And we've seen what he's done. This filly only ran about 0.3 seconds slower on the day, and like I say, she bombed the start, got back to last, she sailed down the outside, and in the end won untouched. So very big opinion of her. She had a trial trialled beautifully, very much the same fashion, but was much better out the gates, just sat up on the speed and ran away from them. I think she is a really exciting horse from the Godolphin stable, and I think look out for her. She's my early diamond tip, and I think she'll just win here. Interesting because there's 7 last start winners in this race. So and there's also another horse in Sweet Sherry here who's won a race as well. So you have 8 winners in this race, which is very interesting. So it's hard to line up, but yeah, for me, Calliope. If seeing is believing, then this horse should just win. I think she's a superstar. So her on top, number 3, Calliope. Chuck in number 1 for second, number 2 in for third. Good roughie here, number 13, all the way down the bottom from the Robbie Griffith stable, Miss Namiria. Currently $21. She was a really good run on debut. She bungled the start. She got home really well to run a nice 6th. I think she would be a big improver here. And Robbie has 2 runners in the race. Ryan Maloney's chosen to ride this one instead of the other one. So who was seemingly a better run on debut, but yes, you just got to follow the jocks here, and I think she's a good roughie at $21, Miss Namiria. But yeah, better the day here as well. Calliope, yeah, should just win. Very confident. So
yeah, you've been talking about for a while, and it was a great win first start. Just some form guys might not mention that it's had a trial at all. If you look on the official race in Australia, it hasn't got it. It's had a trial since it's won. So
it has had one really nice trial. If you go on the Racing New South Wales site and look through its form, you can actually watch its trial as well.
Just keep that in mind, because some people might be thinking.
Yeah.
And obviously, you hopefully would have had some education this way of going.
Had a jump out the other day, a nice little quiet jump out. So
Caulfield first time, big ass. He said very talented. But I'm just going to go with number 7, Samara Dancer, to beat it. Philip Stokes once again, another trainer. Gee, every trainer we mentioned obviously is a good trainer. But when he brings him to Melbourne, as we mentioned before, he's had 1 start for 1 win. It was a nice win. It might not have looked as flash and as dominant as a Calliope win, but plenty of improvement in that win. That was a horse that was raw, and it's got the blinkers on the first time. It's going to go for it, and I reckon probably lead the race for the 9 alley. And
what about the jock?
Yeah, Dompton Erwell, that combo, but he himself is just a good gun jockey, and the combo between him and Stokes is just amazing. So I think, and there's been money for it, early money for it, 14's in a 9, so that's a good lead when the stable horses get back. To beat your one, number 8, Quick Feet, who you mentioned to me off air, is a dual acceptor. I think they'll take a chance in Melbourne and have a crack at the prelude. I think it's too much to gain if they don't. And number 10 for 4, but a great race and a lot of answers after the race.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. Move on to race 4. It's the boys' turn here, the Blue Diamond edition for the Colts. Really looking forward to this as well. I'm taking a massive chance here. I'm going for an unraced horse all the way down the bottom. Number 16 here, Revolving Door from the Clinton McDonald stable. Mark Zara to ride. This horse currently $21 at the moment. I think that's silly odds. $200,000 purchase this horse. Beautifully bred horse by Siebing out of Turnstiles. Turnstiles was a good mare herself, and she's only produced the 1 horse which was Golden Spin. So we've seen Golden Spin last week. He's a great horse as well. So I'm just taking a chance that that his brother here has some sort of similar ability. If he does, I think $21 is crazy odds here. You just got to take a chance on a gut feel sometimes, and like I say, beautifully bred horse, and yeah, he's drawn nicely as well here. So Mark Zari, great jockey, very, very underrated Mark. So that's the way I'm leaning here towards number 16, Revolving Door. Put in number 5 in for second, Defcon from the Snowden team. Like I say, we chatted about this horse's run on debut. Really, really good run. The heavy track, showed a great turn of foot, but just blew out of condition the last little bit. Been much improved there. Number 10, Weatherly, was good on debut, slow out, didn't get a lot of luck and only got out late and ran home the fastest last 200 metres for the race. So it's a good horse as well, so it should be plenty improved by that. Superstar International jockey Douglas White coming over to ride the horse as well. So shout out to Douglas here, really, really good jockey, one of the world's finest. And number 7, the horse we were talking about before, Flying Artie in for 4th. Mid-price, Damien Oliver, lethal combination, big raps on this fella. But for me, like I say, could run last, could win. Take a chance at $21, number 16, Revolving Door.
Nice. Yeah, nicely bred. I'm going number 3, Star Turn. Hawksy and Dunn combo. He shipped it down to Melbourne for this. We won a race last prep, trialled nice the other day. Always was spruiked up early.
Started odds on debut, I think.
And ran 4th. Then won 2 weeks later, tipped straight out. Hawksy, great judge. He's had many good 2-year-olds over the years. So, but like I said, all these 2-year-olds got ability. You got Defcon, like I said, being set down. It's just a hard race to sort of. With many winning chances.
Well, that's right.
That way. And then you got the unraced ones, like you said, and then you got a couple ones that not your tip, but 2 from Hayes Stable, who's great with unraced 2-year-olds.
That's right.
Has been known for it. So to beat Flying Artie, it's drawn 16. If it had drawn better barrier, I probably would have put it on top, because this horse has been talked about now for a few weeks now. Big raps, ran second in the Mabon on plate during the Spring Carnival of Flemington. Tipped out. Ollie's got to make the choice after this week between him and Extreme Choice. That tells you a lot, because if Ollie's tossing up between the two, you saw Extreme Choice last week, that should say a lot. So has to go for second. Cohesion, who won the preview, really good win. Can't see why he can't run another good race. And Defcon for 4th. Barrier 13's just got me a bit worried again.
It's a sticky gate, isn't it?
I don't know what they're going to do with him. Like, they rode him conservatively last time. I'd say they'll have to do the same thing. Being Caulfield, you don't want to be 3-4 wide facing without cover. So I'll say they'll have to ride him back. So Barry's there, dictated a couple of chances. They'll draw wide, but that's why I've gone Star Turn, middle of the field, give that forward, and hopefully give a good run. He
looks a good chance for sure. It's definitely really, really good little race, that one. So moving on to race 5 here, good little race over the 1100 metres. I've got to stick with number 4 here, Husson Eagle. He was good to us Magic Millions Day. He got the cash. Michelle and Patrick Payne on that day. I think Nicholas Hall takes a ride. Nick Hall's riding superb at the moment. It's $10 this horse. I can't understand why. This is his favourite distance, the 1100 metres. He's a really, really good underrated horse. I think he's had 3 starts over the trip now for 2 wins. So he's a good horse, Husson Eagle, and he can produce a devastating turn of foot. So he goes on top here, Husson Eagle, at nice each way odds at $10. Number 2, Curo, in for second. This horse had 2 wins for 2 wins and 1 place in first up. And then he's had 2 wins and 3 placings over the distance. He's usually carrying 60, 61, 59, 58, 59 kilos, so gets him 57 here, so that's a good little weight for him. He's a good horse on his day. He'll go forward and he'll give him something to catch here as well. With Heatherly, who's my 4th selection, she'll be up on the speed. But number 3 in for 3rd, Politeness. We've seen what she did fresh last preparation. She should have won. She bungled the start and got held up. Only got out late and flew to, I think, dead heat with one of the Eclair horses from Phillip Stakes stable, so she's a good horse. How wound up she is, I'm not sure. That's why I'm risking her. I think she's around $3.60. And number 11, Heatherly, in for fourth. Well, she gets in with 51 kilos here. She's a speedy little thing. They're only going to go one way. They're going to go flat out. There won't be any holding back with her. Good to see little Katie Mowen get the ride too. So, yeah, Heatherly should be flying out in front. But for me here, I can't understand why Husson Eagle's $10 here. He's done nothing wrong. He's a last start winner over the distance. He likes Caulfield, and yeah, he seems a good horse to me. So he's the way I'm going at $10.
Nice. Going to D Oliver Magic ride here. I'm tipping the Monster on top. The outside alley in an 1100 metre race. What will he do? I don't even know. I don't think he'll know until they jump. Will he hunt forward and lead, or will he snag him and ride for luck? I probably wouldn't. I don't know.
Well, there doesn't seem a lot of speed.
No, there isn't.
It looks you've got Heatherly, who's going to go really fast,
yeah.
And you've got Kuro, who can sit on speed. But apart from that,
I think you're right. Like
yeah.
for 1100 metre race,
Yeah.
it doesn't actually look a lot of speed. I would have liked to see him midfield if he drawn Barry just a couple lengths off him to cover.
Yeah.
I think he likes to be ridden that way.
Yeah.
But I think he's probably going to have to maybe take the chance and go forward.
Yeah.
Because of the lack of speed. But yeah, it's a very good point you raised. To beat number 6, Pride and Tide. I think that coming back in distance actually is a big thing with this horse. I know he's never won over the 1100, but I think freshen up. I think he'll run a really good race. Husson Eagle for third. Yeah, can't do much more. Just might need a bit of luck in running. Being the middle.
I was surprised last start to see him running in the 1-1. He's usually back last,
mate,
so
like
if he can be that little bit closer again,
that was a good sign.
Yeah,
the run. And number 1 at Clear Choice, I've got a big opinion on. He just keeps on winning. And barrier 2, he'll get the run of the race. He'll be there when the whips are cracking or when they fly score these days. So 7 beats 6, 4 and 1.
Good race though. Really looking forward to that one. Moving on to race 6 here, over 1400 metres. On paper, this looks a racing too. We were speaking before. We're really, really hoping that on paper, what happens on paper happens in reality, in that Holler and Mahuda pair off in front, and we get a really good ding-dong battle here, because I think that's what we want to see. On paper, they're the only 2 really speed horses who will press forward here. Mahuda, well, he's a superstar. He's won 5 in a row now. And Holler, he's won his last 2 starts. He beat the older horses last start as well. He's a really, really good horse. Mahuda carrying 59, Holler 58. So Mahuda's drawn well. Holler's drawn 9, but like I say, there's no speed here. He'll come across easily. And I think what will happen is Mahuda leading on the fence and Holler sitting outside him. Oh, it's mouth-watering to think about
they've
if
raced
that
once
happens.
before in the spring. We're not tipped, not the video, but I tipped Mahuda at 20 to 1 that day. A 0.3 length between. They gap third. Nothing between them that day.
That's right.
Mahuda's then gone on to win another 4, which doesn't surprise me. I think he's a star. Holler then comes in and beats the older horse. Wins on Cox Plate Day.
That's right.
Hard held. Then goes for a spell, beats the older horses. 2 serious horses like you said.
And that's what I say. I think 0.3 between them that day. They met level weights, and there's a kilo between them here. So it makes for a mouth-watering clash. To be honest, I can't see anything else figuring. I think whatever. I've tipped Holler on top anyway. So basically, I think whatever beats him wins. But I think he'll win. Like I say, D Oliver to ride again. He really good. $3. They're both $3. So I think even if you back them both, you can't lose really. To be honest. So we'll just take the Quinella. They just look the only 2 on paper. Mahuda in for second. No knock on the horse, like we say. 5 in a row now. He's a serious horse. Put in number 3, Tarzino, in for third. He'll be getting back. He'll be hitting the line hard. He's, by all reports, done really, really well. He's working well.
Hasn't Mick Prof been talking him up, hasn't he? For a Derby horse, he seems to come back. With all reports, he's come back better than ever. And obviously, the ATC Derby, his goal.
That's right,
Geez,
1400, probably a bit too short.
He was contemplating against running the older horses in the C.F Orr.
That's right, So it shows you that, he'll be hitting the line hard. But I don't. The thing why I'm willing to risk him here is he's not going to get the speed that he needs to run on. It's going to be a little trot and canter and a sit and sprint, and that doesn't suit him. So I think he'll be out the back working nicely to the line. But like I say, if there was crazy speed in here and they were getting tired and stopping up front, but if these two overdo it, if they get into a battle too early, he could be chiming in. And number 8, Raggies in for 4th. It was only fair first up, but he'll improve for the run. So for me, 4 on top to beat 1, 3 and 8.
I'll make it quick. I'll just stick with Mahuda just because I don't think I'm his biggest fan, maybe apart from his owners. I can't really split him and hold, but I just think this horse has just got untapped potential. The only thing that worries me is that how long he's been up for without a break, and he's coming to the Gold Coast. He's got to do it again. Yeah.
And it was a very hot day that day.
Yeah, I mean those things got it, but good horses are good horses for certain reasons, and he's got a picket fence now. And I just wish I'd worn him that day when he was 20th. But to beat Holler, they should run the Quinella. Sailing by, mixed prices one. I think she'll beat Tarzina home. I think she's a really good filly.
Yeah.
Very interesting that he's put her here against the boys. And if you go last prep, I'm pretty sure she beat Tarzina home around a mile race. Yeah. So I think she'll beat him home. The market's got it in the right order. And then Tarzina 4 for me. Nothing else I'd be surprised with. There would be a lot of
I think people will be falling over if something else gets up.
That's it.
Alright guys, this is it. This is the big one, race 7, the C.F Orr Stakes. Oh, jeez, looking forward to this race. It's a bit of a dartboard job. We've tossed and turned. I've changed my mind 100 times. I've changed my numbers 100 times. I've settled. I'm going here. I'm sticking with number 8, Hucklebuck. The gate scares the crap out of me, to be honest. He's drawn barrier 18. But he's $19. I can't believe that. Now, a few things with this horse is he's got 75% strike rate over the distance. He's had 4 starts over the trip for 3 wins. He's unbeaten second up. He's 3 for 3. I think he's a really, really good horse. His first up run indicated to me that he's come back brilliant. He had the bone chip operation. And first up, like I say, he was really, really good. I just think that'll take the edge off him. The step up to 1400 metres, I think this is his perfect trip, even though he's won the Emirates over 1600 metres, 1400 metres, plum trip, second up, Dom Teneur on. He's going to need a bit of luck from that gate, but he has tactical speed, and there doesn't look an over lot of speed here, so hopefully he can be up sort of 7th or 8th, maybe slot him one off the fence and save him up for one last shot at them. Number 18 in for second here, Fenway. She's a really, really good mare, this one. She's very underrated from the Lee and Shannon Hope stable. D. Oliver to ride. Ollie could have a big day here. He's featuring a lot of my selections here. She's very, very underrated. He keep coming back to that winner over First Seal as well. First Seal will be a massive chance in this race. She's honest as the day is long, Fenway. Should be right in this race up to her ears. Drawn a nice little middle gate here. Number 16 in for third here, Rising Romance. I think this horse can really, really run a good race for us. I don't think she came up last preparation, but I think in this race she'll really, really go well. David Hayes, great trainer, and look for her running a really, really improved race at nice odds. And for fourth, the threat number 9, Trust in August here. He's had 7 runs at Caulfield, 4 wins, 2 placings, and he's 2 out of 3 over the track and distance. So he seems over the odds at $17 as well. But this is a race that anything could win. But for me, I've got to stick here, number 8, Hucklebuck, 8 to be 18, 16 and 9.
Group 1 racing at its best, as simple as that. 18 horses in it, and just great to see capacity field in the Group 1, especially so early in the season. It's a case today of sticking with some of my favourites. I'm going to go with Fenway, because once again I'll claim to be her number 1 fan. Love this mare, she's a star. The opinion I have of her is very, very high. I really think she's really top notch. She's obviously a Group 1 winner, obviously. But I think she's even better than that, if that makes sense. I think she's really up to the top. Just hopefully she gets a chance this prep to show it. Last prep, she won second up. Can't believe the odds of her. Then the Kunji, she was in season.
Yep.
And then she came out and massive, it was a mile. So it was a prep that could have been a great prep, that little hiccup in between.
Yeah.
First up, she has won before, but she does go a lot better second up.
Yep.
But from barrier 3, I think she'll just get the run of the race. My man Ollie on, which I love to see. And as long as she just gets it relaxed, I'll just be very, very confident that at the top of the straight that she'll be hard to beat.
Yeah.
To beat another one of yours mentioned, Rising Romance.
Yeah.
Stupid odds.
Oh, I can't believe that.
Honestly, ridiculous odds.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand how she can be that odds.
Yeah.
She'll run nice and well fresh. 16 alley, I'm not worried about for her because I think she'll be storming home.
Yeah.
18 Hufflepuff, different concern from me.
Yeah.
That alley, I think if you draw 1 or 2,
yeah.
I think it's nearly each way moral, but I can't back him with that alley.
Yeah.
And just left him out my first 4, but like I said, you're leaving out some good horses there.
Yeah.
Third, Turn Me Loose. This horse, if he can take another next step up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's frightening because this horse is a top horse. And if he doesn't win on Saturday, I say he'll be winning next up for sure.
Yeah.
It's just a really good horse and entirely platinum for 4th just because he'll be on speed and he sort of goes well fresh.
Yeah.
He's a hard horse to work out.
He can't win a race, but he can run a place at nice odds.
Like he won't be winning, but he's one of those ones that will give a bit of cheek, I think. So we'll go Fenway to beat 16, 7 and 12, but what a race.
I'm really looking forward to that one. Righto, so move on to race 8 here over the mile, 1600 metres. Now, I've done a bit of form and a bit of mathematics here, even though I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I've landed on number 2 here, Extra Zero. Now, stay with me here, just follow me, okay?
I don't even know what his 12 out is, so I'm looking forward to it.
Not only, okay, so number 1, his last 3 starts, he's ran in weight for age races, so he drops 3 kilos from those races. He won his first ever race at start number 2. Since then, on average, he's won a race every 15.75 starts, and it's been 14 starts since he's won his last race. So his next start will be the 15th start since he's won a race, and like I say, on average, he wins a race every 15.75 starts. So if mathematics works, he's either going to win this start or next start. So, and like I say, he'll be up on the speed. He'll be in the first 4 and running. Plain and simple, he's running way better races than all of these horses, and he's taking a massive drop back in grade. He drops weight, and like I say, I couldn't believe when I done the maths before that like I say, it's 14 starts since his last win, and on average he wins every 15 starts. So.
Do you want to ring David up and tell him that?
Well, actually, I had it. It had been, where was it? It had been 8 starts since he won a race, then 15 starts, then 7, and then 31 starts since he'd run his last race. So,
I'm sure David would love any stats. 5 from 82, the old boy. He's been an enigma. Great horse, don't.
Yeah. I think he's run 28 placings or something. So, but for me, I'm taking a chance. I think this will be his day. I think he'll have his moment to shine here, Extra Zero. Mark's arrow to ride, and like I say, $10 seems each way special to me. He's been running behind the horses like Delicacy over in Perth in the C.V Cox Stakes and stuff. So he seems silly odds to me, and like I say, we're hoping that the law of averages are on our side here. Putting number 6 in for second, number 4 in for third, and number 7 in for fourth, but. Taking a chance on the old fella here, Extra Zero, to get us home, and nice each way odds.
Nice. That's great little research there, and I hope it pays off for you. I'm going to say it won't. I have to admit, I've got another big opinion of this mare, and Dan knows, and number 12, No Tricks here. Now, this race, in my opinion, this is only an average race. I really think at $17 and $5 a place, she's a great bet each way from barrier 2. Now, I was on her 2 runs last prep. She resumed the other day at Warrnambool for a freshen up. Ran third, had the big weight, 58. It was a good run. There was plenty of condition on her. She would have improved a lot from that. And that was 1700. She's staying at the mile, so she's coming back 100 metres in distance. I backed her big odds behind Lucy Valentina. That was a great run that day. She getting beat 2 lengths from her.
Yeah.
The start before that, she got beat 2.8 behind Coronation Shallon Ascadelia, who ran second in a Group 1 the week later.
Yeah.
Before that, she was running against horses like the Clean and Mourinho.
Yeah.
She just hasn't won a race since June last year, the Winter Carnival up in Queensland, when she beat a horse called Right or Wrong, who's the new boom horse in Queensland. All the form around her says if she just puts it together, don't worry about a Warrnambool run the other day. You'll see Warrnambool in the paper, and don't worry about that. Some of these horses at the moment, the way they're running, they would have not run even good in that race at all. Like for instance, Extra Zero in my case there, he could have won that Warrnambool race by 100 metres, but he also could have got beat 200. He's that type of horse. This is a mare who's got plenty of talent from barrier 2. Stevie, please be positive on her. Please be positive on her, Stevie. Wayne Walters, he's a great trainer. Stevie cost me a lot of money a while ago.
No fairy.
No fairy.
Yeah.
Now, if you've never seen a thing that should have won, watch Stevie. Now, Stevie, Wayne Walters keeps giving you chance after chance because I think you're related to the family. Mate, you're going to have to eventually kick you to the curb.
Sack, mate.
Because you're costing you money. This horse is a really good horse, no tricks, and I think she'll win on the weekend. To beat number 4, which is Dances on Stars. I think it's looking for the mile now. It's failed both attempts previously, but it's racing like the mile suits. To beat Red Excitement in the stable, mate. Good horse. He's been a bit disappointing though this prep, but Gerald's perseverance, so I'll take Gerald's word. And number 10 here, Mandawi. First run for Weir. Stayer. Will run nice and fresh. Weir can do some magic down the beach, running nice and fresh. So
Just quickly, one of the other reasons why I went for Extra Zero, you look at a lot of these favourite horses, they're a query at the mile.
You're spot on there.
And that's why I say this is a rock hard fit horse coming back in trip that will be up on the speed, and these favourite horses that are like these Burning Front and stuff, Red Excitement, Tudor, all these, they've never been at the mile before. If they have, they've failed. So that's what I say. Like, I know he's been 31 starts since he's won a race, but just for me, that's the way I'm leaning. But like you say, no tricks, really good horse. I think what we've basically done is look for the horses coming out of the best form races. So
I just think, she a bit of luck in that she could have run a race, but she hasn't gone through her grades. She's gone straight to the top level and only getting beat 2 or 3 lengths. This is definitely a 3-4 length weaker.
For sure,
maybe. More I think here right now, the more I get confident that if she turns up in the right thing on Saturday, that she'll finally get a well-deserved victory. So,
Oh, nice. So it's a very interesting race, that. So, moving on to the last of the day, race 9. Good little race here, over 1,200 metres. I'm leaning here towards number 5, Tuscan Sling from Darren Weir stable, Brad Willer to ride. Really, really good win over the track and distance last start. Drawn nice in barrier 7, $5. That's just each way all day. I'd be absolutely falling off my chair if this horse misses the top 3. I'll be storming home. Like I say, Bradley to ride. I think $5 great each way odds here. So a really, really nice horse, Tuscan Sling, beautiful animal, and I think you take a stack of beating here. To beat number 9, Ascadelia in for second. Unbeaten first up, this horse is 2 for 2. Should have won the Group 1 race behind Politeness. Came from last storm home. The track bias was disgusting that day. We touched on that. We've talked about it. And like I say, thank God it didn't beat Coronation Shallon that day at nice odds. It's a really, really good horse. Ascadelia can rattle off a massive section. Ollie on again. He got great booker ride. So number 1 in for third, Bar Whale. Like we say, D White, Mr. Douglas White over to ride. Very, very fast horse, yes. Loves to lead. Will give a lot of cheek out in front. Just worried over the 1,200 metres. If it was 1,100, I'd be more confident. Last 100 metres, I think it might be getting a bit tired. And number 7 in for fourth, Choose from the lean Shannon Hope stable. Craig Williams to ride. Really nice win first up and take further improvement. So, but for me, each way special, number 5, Tuscan Sling to beat 917.
Yeah, it's another tough mares race where there is plenty of chances. So just be fresh and praise. And some are good odds. And then you got your one who's sort of in the market and just keeps sort of raising the bar. I've actually gone a rougher here because I'm going to think that this horse can take the next level up. Number 11, Emerella, from the Nigel Blackman stable.
Yep.
Now, I expect it to be storming home.
Yeah.
Tempo is going to be the key of this. It probably wants further, but I think nice and fresh, it can definitely go close to this because even though there's a nice bunch of mares, I still think some of them have got no chance, and I think this is a nice progressive horse on the way up.
Yeah.
Whatever beats Ascadelia will win it.
Yeah.
So I'll put her in for second.
Yeah.
$2.50. Yeah, it's
short,
and I wouldn't even be surprised if it firms a bit. Which I think, I'll win.
It's a punter's favourite, that horse. Isn't it? It's I don't think it's ever started longer than $4.
Always had Rasmus Day one and that. We're going to go to Robbie Griffith's formula here for third, number 3, Nadine Lash. Now, she doesn't win out of turn. She doesn't have the best record. Her first up run was great, and I'd love to see her get some black type. And she's got form, like, if you look at here, you go back to the first up run, if we just go on weights and figures.
Robbie's horses are absolutely flying.
This time of year, as we touched on last week, she gave Bull Pit a kilo and a half. First up and got beat 3 lengths. Came from lasso. That's the only thing. Barrier 4 is where she's going to get. She usually gets back.
Doesn't have much tactical speed.
Tactical speed has cost a lot of races.
Agreed,
3 wins, 8 seconds, 9 thirds.
Yeah.
Tactical speed has been the nemesis
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah.
But if you go back to Tuscan Sling, like she beat Bull Point.
Yeah.
But when she beat Bull Point, she had 4 kilos less than Bull Point. Bull Pit, sorry.
Yeah.
Bull Point, he won
Yeah,
the
finally.
finally.
Yeah,
That's
Van
why
Dyke,
I'm still in shock.
Yeah.
So, on that guard, knowing that she would have been targeted this race and the way Robbie peaks this time of year, I think at 40 to 1.
Ties in nicely.
She's stupid odds. And number 8 for 4, another one who I think is an interesting runner, the Perth horse, My Sister Lil. She's got black Heart Bart form and Real Love form over 1400. 1200 might be just a little bit short. And first run here, it's a good watch horse because there's plenty of mares races coming up over the 14, 1600 in the next few weeks. So one to watch there. But I'll go number 11 as my best roughie of the day. Emerella, I think can cause a huge boil over.
Nice, mate. Alright guys, so for me, like we say, touching on Caulfield, 2 best bets of the day, race 2, number 5, Mossing Around, race 3, number 3, Calliope. I do apologise, they're not better odds, they're both only $3, but if multi them up, it's $9, they'll both win, in my opinion. Best bet of the day, away from Caulfield, nice and early guys, make sure you're awake, not sleeping in on the Saturday like myself has done a few times and missed some winners. Race 1, number 2, Telperion, from the Godolphin stable. I really like this horse's mother as a race mare. She was a former Dali horse, Yavana. This horse had 1 start. I love you, Timmy Clark. He saluted on our best of the week last week, spilled the beans, but I don't know where your head was today. You rode this filly on debut. Led and went a million miles an hour. Thought it was a 500 metre race, and it's only stopped the last 100 metres. Only beaten 1.7 though. Trialled nice up the other day. Not much pressure and really found the line nice. I think this is the best bet of the day in Sydney. $3.80. Take that now because I'm telling you, it won't start those odds. If it does, people got some problems in their head because it will win. I'm telling you, mark my words, it will win. Teleprion. Roughie, best roughie of the day. Waiting all the way to the end in Sydney, so we're going the bookends for our best and roughie of the day. Race 9, number 2, my favourite, over 1200 metres here. This is a Hong Kong horse having its first start over in Australia. It's had 6 starts for 4 wins and 2 placings. Has got the 60.5 kilos with Jason Collett to ride, but it's drawn nice in barrier 7. Clary Connors now trains it, and it's $15. So I love horses with good records. Like I say, 6 starts, 4 wins, 2 seconds. Never missed the top 2. First start. Interesting reading as well. I don't know if you remember a horse called Cabayan, former Gay Waterhouse horse. It's actually got 2 victories over that horse over in Hong Kong as well. So he was a good horse over here, Cabayan. He was competitive on Saturday grade, sort of week Saturday grade race. This is what this race is. So $15, race 9, number 2, my favourite. He's my roughie of the day.
Nice. Just touch in Umbrella and call for my best roughie of the last and my best bet, no tricks.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to put it to you. We need to have a side wager or a little funny jovial thing. Who will beat who home, no tricks or extra zero?
Okay. Yeah.
We'll have a thing and we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
And let our viewers know on
Alright.
our Facebook page
Yep.
of whoever beats which was home.
Yep.
The loser has to do something.
Alright.
So
yeah.
there's a lot more pressure on that race now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a good little side.
We might make it. Have to eat something disgusting or something. So
Yeah, I've done that a few times to get up, boss.
We might go for that one.
So yeah, all right. No tricks versus extra zero in the match race.
Alright,
Stakes on Caulfield.
yeah.
Make sure you watch that.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on? It's only going to get better, the racing.
Yeah, no, really looking forward to it. Like I say, guys, make sure you stay tuned. Some really, really nice horses resuming. You got Winks resuming on Saturday as well. Make sure don't back her. If she's $1.50, if you want to throw her in a multi or something, do that. But like we say, odds on, move on here. We don't take odds on. We were touching on before. Who's another nice horse we've seen? From the Kenny Keys stable,
Rich Enough.
Rich Enough. Yeah. Now, first start with the Stones, Karen McAvoy to ride. He's a really interesting horse. I'm really interested to see how he comes back. Keep an eye out for him. That's a good little race over there as well. So, good racing all around. Really looking forward to it. And guys, thanks for your support. Keep spreading the word. We love yous. We do this for you guys. So,
who's going to be our first guest? Like, we mentioned Stu at the start of the show.
Yeah.
We might fit someone more
yeah.
in today's day.
Well, that's it. Yeah. We don't want to be hearing stories from 20 years ago.
We probably have to try to get Cyril.
Yeah.
We know Cyril would come on.
Well, yeah.
We know he would, so we might have to work on it. But yeah, we would like to thank everyone, like Dan said, and Greg, Tony, all our Patrick,
all ears, you know who you are, guys, and keep spreading the word. Like I say, just spread it everywhere. Spread it like the SARS virus if you can, and get it out there, and look forward to it. Hopefully, when we see you next Thursday, we've got a big bank account and we've made a lot of money. So, cheers, guys. Another episode of Winning Easy done. Take it easy.
See you next week. Stay tuned for the bet as well.